as of late, I think we've all become a little bit obsessed with the CFMOTO 450 MT. It's been one of the most talked about adventure bikes of the last few years, and for good reason too. But what if I told you there was another Chinese-built adventure bike on the scene that offers on paper a similar spec, way more features as standard, but comes in at less money? This is the new QJ Motor SRT 450 RX, and with heated grips, heated seat, a Brembo caliper, fully adjustable Mazzocchi suspension, and a full 3-piece aluminium luggage set, it's a little bit hard to ignore. So what I want to find out today is, does it live up to the expectations it set out from the spec sheet, or does it fall flat and not deliver? If you guys want to find out the answer to that, then definitely keep watching. Right team, so I've pulled up at this lovely location to do an in-depth walk around before we hit the roads and do some riding. Now obviously I've ridden to get here, I've not just magically teleported, so I'm already formulating some opinions, but I want to get up close and personal with the QJ Motor SRT 450 RX. So if we have a look at the engine, there's plenty of 4s to remember. So it's a 449cc parallel twin. It produces 46.9 brake horsepower and 41 Newton meters of torque. Now it's come in as a competitor probably closest to the CFMOTO 450 MT. But as I mentioned in the intro, it comes with a host of goodies as standard. It's actually crazy. So one of the main things that it comes with, which I think aspiring adventure bike riders will like, is, you know, these crash bars as standard. And if we come and have a look on this side, let's just say we've already tested them. I say the royal we, Mike has already tested them. So they've done the job, because as you can see, there's no damage elsewhere. The handguard took a beating, that's a new handguard, if I'm being very honest with you guys there. Bit of scuffage there. But yeah, that seems to have held up and done its job. There was panniers on this, so that's obviously accounted for nothing else being damaged, which is quite good. We're all good, thank you. Thanks so much. Bless them, checking them all right. We love that. If we look here, it comes with a belly pan, a metal one, as standard again, so that's real good. We've got this, and this isn't a fancy design. This is just what's happened with some. That's a journalist before us that took that out, so that's not us. Although that one is Michael from his off. But yeah, so this is how it comes. You've got LED auxiliary lights as standard. You've got LED main light. You've got a screen there, which is you can change it this way, lower it with a little twist. Alright, raise it with a twist. Whatever you fancy. In fact, I'm going to have it low because I like clean air hitting me, which is good. You've got lights built into the handguards. This seat, heated. Now it does have a seat height of 835mm. So wheels, 21-inch front, 18-inch rear. You'll see that they're fitted with Michelin Anarchy Wilds. That is not standard rubber. So the handling may be a little bit compromised, but that's not the fault of the bike. That is the fault of the tyres being a 50-50. But that's what Mike needed for the French Tete. So they're on there, and he's not changed them back because all I'd hear is, ugh. But you'll have to watch another video to see what happened to Mike on that French Tete. Anyway, yeah, luggage. Look at all this, all the bracketry. 3-piece luggage as standard. Absolutely unreal. If we come up here, we've got this dash, which They're all going like portrait TFTs now. Again, here you've got 2 USBs. You've got a normal USB and a USB-C. So that can go in there. Mirrors, you'll recognise these from the CFMOTO. They bend up for if you're going off-roading. Adjustable levers, very nice touch. We love adjustability. In fact, I'll switch the dash on so you guys can have a little look. It's not the quickest on startup. Now it has different displays depending on what mode you're in. So this is the normal mode, where you've got your revs around the outside, you've got your gear. It's got tyre pressure monitoring system, and we know that's accurate because it's telling me the rear tyre and the front tyre are low. That's because you've got lower pressures in, because knobblies on the road with actual proper pressures would feel disastrous. Curb weight of this, 184 kg, and then you've got a tank which is 18 litres. So the CFMOTO 450MT is 17.5, so it's got a little bit more capacity than the other Chinese competitor. Suspension, we've got Mazzocchi on this. Let's have a look around here. Again, fully adjustable. Then if we look down here, again we've got a fully adjustable Mazzocchi shock down there. And I don't know if I mentioned, heated grips, 3 levels, heated seat, 3 levels. And I tried them on the way here, and they do warm your butt and hands up nicely. Really, really like that. Another little attention to detail that I like these 90-degree valves just for making life easier, so you're not going in there. But yeah, it's looking alright, isn't it? And then if we come round here, we've got a flipping Brembo radial caliper. What's that all about? It's on a single disc, which is quite in line with the competitors, but I haven't seen a Brembo on something like this before. Made in China. Alright team, well, I feel like we've walked around, we've had a look at it. What do you guys think of the looks? Let me know. It is available in 3 different colours. This, red and black. I don't know what my preference is actually. But I know that I've yapped long enough. Let's ride. Ram bam, okay. Let's hit the road, Jack. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Right team, so obviously like I mentioned, I didn't teleport there, I rode here. And one thing that's noticeable to me that I don't remember feeling with the CFMOTO 450MT is this sounds a bit revier. Do you know what I mean? Did you hear that? And like just setting off when you're getting used to like how far out the bite is and the clutch and stuff like that. I don't know, it just strikes me as quite a revy little thing. We've also got more power than the CFMOTO, which could account for its cheeky little reviness. But yeah, I actually like it, you know, when manufacturers kind of get to the limits of that A2 compliancy power. Do you know what I mean? Because like you've got the 390s, and I know they're not a 450, but they're, you know, lacking in power compared to this, but it means that they can get the weight a bit lower than this. Himalayan, 40 horsepower, and, you know, a bit more weight, like, you know, 196, 200 kg wet. You've got the BMW, which that does stretch to the limits of power with like, I think 47 brake horsepower or something like that. But it's also got a 14 litre tank, whereas this has a whopping 4 litres extra on top of that. So, what's the stand-up position like? Try not to fling it in on these knobblies. Oh, the riding position, the stand-up riding position is actually really, really good. Yeah. It feels gorgeous to stand up on actually. Like, really gorgeous. And you know what? Given the tyres that this thing has on it, it's going round the bends alright. I'm trying not to be super dramatic with my braking, although I did have a bit of a play around with the brakes before, and while the front brake, you can feel that it's pretty strong, when you team it with that back brake, it's like, I was going to say unstoppable, but no, that's the opposite. Oh, road ahead closed. Oh no, we wanted to go down there. I guess our hand has been forced. It's not unstoppable at all, it's very much stoppable. You can get it stopped quite quick. You get what I was trying to say there, don't you? Alright, well, you know, the route's changed a little bit, but that's alright. Look at those bad boys. Micro gang. Puddle ducks, puddle ducks. Do you know what? I remember once needing a wee in the depths of winter, and they were just about to close and they wouldn't let me use the toilet. So I'm always scarred by that experience of puddle duck. Thank you, my friend. Wow, look at this. We've got the right tyres for this job, haven't we? It's not looking so good. Bit of a battered road. Oh, but the QJ's loving it. Right, so this bike has modes, and when I jumped on this bike, Mike obviously had everything switched off. So he had traction control off, he had the ABS in off-road mode, put your teeth back in, Kate, which I believe is some intervention on the front but none on the rear. So I got on it and had a play around with the actual official modes, which is sport and normal. I love that, normal. Not standard, normal. Oh, look at this big boy we've got to try and get round. Sheesh. And I put it in sport mode, and I have to say I was pulling over pretty quickly to figure out how to put it in normal mode, because I do not like the throttle response on sport at all. I was going through 20s and 30s through the town, and it was in sport mode, and to be honest the throttle was absolutely unbearable. Like, people complain that the CFMOTO 450 has a bit of a snatch to the throttle, but nothing like this bike in sport mode. I would just ignore the existence of sport mode, to be honest. Keep it normal and you'll be alright, because it's still got the kind of pickup that you'd expect from a 46.9 horsepower bike. 41 newton meters of torque. It's slightly less torquey than the MT, but it's a real nice engine. It's real nice. That kind of reviness about it, I'm liking it. Having said that, I haven't ever ridden, I've always ridden box fresh, really new. Oh, what's going on here? I've only ever ridden like kind of box fresh CFMOTO 450 MTs that have not got many miles on them, whereas this one has done 2,371. Oh, I'll tell you what, really enjoying it. Oh my god. Yeah, this is mental how much I'm really enjoying this bike. Now that I've had a fiddle, I've de-Mikeyfied it because it was in kilometres. Like, the biting point felt weird, the brake felt like it was at the bar, so when I was trying to get some stopping done, I wasn't finding the brake very efficient at all. I'm like, come on, it's a Brembo, it should be feeling better than this. And probably Mike's had it that kind of way, so it's not super sharp and horrible when off-roading, or maybe that's just his hand span preference. I don't know. You think with me having smaller hands I'd like the lever kind of close to the bar, but I like it when it's a bit further out and you've got to pull it in to really kind of feel it. Oh, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I just know that that's my preference. And yeah, now that I've de-Mikeyfied it, as I say, I'm actually really gelling with it. And these bends are ideal for this bike, even with the Michelin Anarchy Wilds on. because they're just nice and flowy, nice and sweepy. You know, it's just shy of 47 horsepower, so for the nationals it's going to do national speed, but it's also not ripping your arm off whilst trying to get there. Right, so brake. Man, the brakes are good. There we go. Second gear. Let's go really slow because I know it's a 30, but there's nothing behind us. We're not in a rush. Oh god, that throttle. A witch? What the hell is that? The throttle response in normal. Oh, it's night and day, guys. It's night and day. Honestly, it's actually really, really pleasant in normal. So, admittedly, in this vlog today, even though I've got the tyres for it, I'm not off-roading. Why? What a cop-out, Kate. I know. The reason is because I'm getting a flight tomorrow to do 2 back-to-back launches, one with KTM and one with Suzuki. And to be honest, because I'm not very good off-road, I'm just trying to reduce the chance of injury. Although, when you are good off-road, you know, no one's immune to the odd little mess up, are they? So, because I'm not going to be doing any off-roading in this review, I actually will probably put a little bit of Mike's off-roading in now from the French Tet. There will be a full video if you want it. And it just shows Mike, you know, he's fully luggaged up, but he's having a bit of a rip around. So I'll pop some of that footage in now.
Back on the lanes, look at this bad boy. Look at this. These tyres are mint. These tyres really are mint. Aniki Wilds for stuff like this are so grippy. It's a bit loose. It's a bit loose. It's so loose.
Right, so I had a chat with Mike about the QJ Motor, and I said, how do you honestly feel that this bike compares to the 450 MT? And he said, if I'm being honest, Kate, they perform so similarly. And he said that he felt the suspension was, like, out the box a little bit softer on this, but then did caveat that by saying, but he was fully loaded up and he hasn't ridden the 450 MT like fully loaded up. He's just ridden it as the bare bike, you know, without panniers, without a tent strapped on top, stuff like that. So yes, Slade burn, okay. But he really did enjoy the off-roading before his little boo-boo, where he has hurt his ribs, poor thing. I know how that feels. Oh, I really like this bike, you know. I don't find the seat massively comfy on the old buttocks. Yeah, so there's a little bit of snatch. Just when you get to like 3,000 RPM, you get into the point where it's like deciding that it wants to, you know, give you a bit of engine braking. And the engine braking is... oh, there is a lane down there. Oh, there's a lane down there. We're not laning today, get out of your head. But so far, the suspension for me on the road, I'm actually finding it pretty lovely. But yeah, to stand up on this bike, oh god, it actually feels bloody lovely. Do you know what? It's got a bit of like a secondary, like, rumble to it. Not secondary, but like, when I'm stood up and I'm riding it, the note that's coming out of the exhaust is making me like question whether I've got a bigger bike behind me, like on my ass. Because it's just got like a weird little secondary audible like noise. I've never experienced that before. Like literally, I can just be stood up riding along. It's the deceleration. It's the sound of the deceleration. It's making me feel like I've got something bigger coming up behind me. That's what it is. I just tried to pinpoint it. It's exactly what it is. Wicked. So I did a bit of motorway to get here, and I have to say that I did find it a little bit vibrated through the pegs. I checked, Mike kept the rubbers on, like in the pegs, but it's got Anarchy Wilds on, so that might actually dramatically affect the vibration of the bike. So I can't comment fairly on what the vibration of the bike is like when you're just doing the normal, you know, speeds, just on the country lanes. You've got a little bit of vibration like from the seat when you pick up the reps, but there's nothing troublesome or bothersome. Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying this bike. It's actually really, really nice to ride. I think one of the things that CFMOTO does have going for it at the moment is probably manufacturer trust, because, you know, I'm pretty sure they've been in the UK for a while, whereas QJ are new kids on the block, new kids on the scene. Do you know what? I thought I'd have to go back, wait till Mike's healed up a little bit so he can put the stock tyres on this bike, so that I could really see how it handles, because you do 100% feel the difference, but it's actually handling alright on these kind of roads with these tyres on, so I'm actually not feeling the need to make him do that and then go back out, because I'm having a blast. And also, realistically, I think if you are owning one of these bikes, oh look at the views here, it's absolutely divine. I feel like if you're getting one of these bikes, it's because you do want to do a bit of green laning, you want to do a bit of tetting about, you want to do a bit of off the beaten track gravelly goodness, you know, so maybe something like an Anarchy Wild isn't too, you know, far out from what most people have probably put on this bike. Because they do just want to be able to switch the traction control and ABS off and then just go eh. Now actually that's probably a bit of a negative, is with this you do have to like go into the settings and select ABS and traction control like individually, although when you do turn it off it does stay that way, because when I switched it on from leaving the garage this afternoon, it was all set in Mike's settings, so you know, at least that's good. But yeah, it's not just like a, oh, I'm going off road now, let's press a button, wicked, do you know what I mean? So that's a bit of a shame. But heated seat, heated grips, alley bash guard, crash bars. Ah, it's excellent. It offers a lot. Full luggage. Right, and you know what? I'm actually going to show you the inside of the luggage now, because it really impressed me. The attention to detail and the quality. I know, like with the Vosges DS9X, I'm pretty sure their panniers are like velvet lined. Now, QJ don't go to that extent, however, I do like the thoughtful touches in the panniers. Really, really like them. Oh, look at this road coming up. Yes! How incredible. Right team, well, hopefully I've spoken enough about the bike. I've given you enough of an idea as to what it is like off-road from Mike's perspective. Sorry that I haven't off-roaded it yet. Hopefully at a later date that'll be possible for me. Look, bumper. Ooh, beautiful. Excuse you? Can you make an effort, please? Thank Thank you. Right, well, hopefully I've kind of highlighted everything that I need to highlight about this bike. I will take you to an outro with some pros and cons. Wow, look at this. Oh yeah, boy. But yeah, I'll take you to an outro. Sorry, I got carried away. And yeah, tell you guys what I think is good and what is bad about the bike. Right guys, I've never seen the Trough of Bowling so quiet, so I thought I'd pull up at the side of the road while we've got some nice views in the background and it's late on in the evening. Just to kind of conclude my thoughts on the QJ Motor SRT 450 RX. I didn't actually expect to be won over so much by this bike, you know. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really like it, and just going off how it feels and how it feels to stand up on, I have a feeling that I'd really like this off the road as well. It's actually really nice. Now, one thing that I forgot to tell you guys, which is very important, is the damn price. £5,499 plus on the road, so you're looking at a couple of £100 extra there. So it beats the CFMOTO on price by a couple £100, because that's, I think, 5,699 plus on the road. But yeah, for the spec, oh man, I thought it would feel a lot cheaper. It actually doesn't. The riding experience feels pretty good. Don't get me wrong, I think the switchgear feels a bit cheaper, and like the dash isn't as intuitive. It's a bit annoying if you miss a stage and you got to keep scrolling all the way through. But if that's, you know, a slight niggle, it's not doing too bad. So I'm going to put my pros and my cons on the screen now, because I have got a good while to get home, so I can think of some more pros and cons that I have. But overall, oh, you need to get yourself a test ride on this bike if you're considering a lightweight adventure. And that is how I will end this vlog. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed filming it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!